everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Today is going to be part 4. I think it's part 4 of my coloring book collection, but it's really more of a task for me to go through my collection. I'm looking for my untouched books because this year I'm trying to focus on some untouched books, and I just really want to see for myself how many I have untouched, what I really have, because I forget what's on my shelf. So I thought I would go through this with you. I've already done 3 videos, so if you are interested in this type of thing, check out my channel. You're going to see 3 prior videos, all showing you my collection and what's untouched and what's not. So I've pulled off another shelf off of my bookshelf, and I'm not sure exactly what books are on this. Some shelves had a collection, but you're going to notice that some books are out of whack. So that's another reason why I like to do this. You know, after a year, things always get jumbled and shuffled around. So once a year, I do like to organize my bookshelf. I do like to redo and familiarize myself with my collection. But this purpose is for untouched books. So let's get started. So I have 2 books that were given to me. These are not my not my style books, but they have a sentimental value as to why they were given to me. So I'm not going to get rid of them. I'm going to hold on to them for a little bit longer, but I'm really not into coloring them. They're too zen doodly for me, so they are untouched unless the person who had them colored in them. I'm not seeing that, so they are untouched, but they're not books that I choose to color in. Again, they were given to me, so I am going to hold on to them for a little bit longer. And I believe these were just purchased in a store. This is Mandalas. It's Mind Waves Calming Coloring. And this is another one from the Mind Waves collection, Calming Coloring. And this one is Oceanic. Could probably pick these up in a local Barnes & Noble or a local bookstore. Pretty sure that's where they got them. All right, next is my Brier coloring book, a coloring book that I do enjoy, that I just don't color enough in. But I know that I have a page in here completed. Look how stunning this book is, though. These images that are colored, aren't they beautiful? Such a beautiful book, great paper. And these are the type of images you'll see in this book. I kind of forget I have this book, to be honest with you. I'm sorry, there seems to be a little bit of a shadow. So let's put on a light. I have reorganized my craft room from my last video. I actually woke up this past weekend and I reorganized my entire space. I brought a desk up from my basement. I moved my couch. So I've avoided the sunlight that was coming in on the other videos that was annoying me, but I had no other choice. But now we have shadows. So anywho, yeah, so this is a great coloring book. I just think it's absolutely beautiful, and I do not color in it enough. Now, I am fairly certain that I did color a page. Yes, this page. I colored this page a while back. I didn't date it, so I want to say it was 2022. No, maybe 2023, because I did not color in it last year, so I probably colored it in 2023. But this is not untouched, though I should really be getting back to it. Let's see. For those of you interested, this is the name of the book. This is who it's by. And I purchased this off of Amazon. Here we have, this is, I believe, is Mystic Art Mirrors. I purchased this off of her Etsy shop. Once Upon a Time coloring book. Again, it's purchased off Etsy, and it's it's good paper, good quality. I was very into her artwork, but I don't enjoy coloring it, and I'm not sure why, but I do appreciate it. See if you can see it. So I have not colored in this book. I'm going to be fairly certain this book remains untouched. And it is not going to be on the top of my 2-color list for this year. Obviously, I cannot get to every book. So just in case anyone is wondering, I printed this out. I purchased some pre-made things off of Etsy for my book journal. And since this was an extra, since I have it, a PDF, I can print out as many as I want. So I just printed out, I'm just going to cut this top off where it says books to read, but I'm writing all my untouched books in here. on that. So I keep track and then I'll highlight them as I color. But this is not going to be a priority for me. Yeah, because I'm not a fan of coloring her art, but I am a fan of looking at her art, if that makes any sense. So, yeah. So this is part 1, Once Upon a Time coloring book, and this is by Mystic Art Mirrors. And again, she does have an Etsy shop. That is where I had purchased this book when it did come out. Another artist I purchased off of Etsy, or it may have been their website, I'm not sure. It was purchased a while ago, maybe a year or so ago. This is by Amandine Jung, and I love Amandine Jung. I'm actually trying to finish one of her books. It's not in my to complete this year or focus. Maybe it was focus. I can't remember, but it is her Freaks book. And she has pinups as well, which I love them. I have the PDFs. But I purchased the book of this. I think I pre-ordered it because it was Red Riding Hood themed, and I'm a fan of Red Riding Hood. However, I was not a fan of this book. So, images are great, but not, you see, it's very, paper is great. It's like great paper. But it just didn't appeal to me as far as coloring goes. I didn't want to color in it for whatever my reasoning was. I don't know. It's a feeling I get when I color. I color by mood. And I don't think I was really ever in the mood to color anything in here. Nothing popped out at me. I think I thought it was going to be something a little bit different. I mean, looking now, there's some images I can definitely see myself coloring. But I don't have that desire to color. And I'm not sure how this is all Red Riding Hood themed. But it is, her artwork is lovely. Like, this is indicative of how her style of drawing goes. I think I have another book by her somewhere. And like I said, I have PDFs of hers. So I am a fan of her artwork. I just think this particular book, I was thinking was going to be something a little bit different. And she did sign it. She is a fabulous, fabulous artist. Yeah, so this is the actual book. You probably could get this PDF on her Etsy shop. I don't really know. I haven't looked because I have this copy. So, yeah. So this is Amandine Jung. And this is... So this is a nice book. Untouched. So that's another Untouched. So here's some books that are mismatched. Here we have Alexandra Franzese. Oh, so maybe it's not mismatched. Okay, we have a couple of books by Alexandra Franzese. I love her travel size books. I'm a sucker for a travel size book. I would prefer a travel size over a regular coloring book. Here's Cute and Hoppy. And I know I've colored in here. So, see, I've colored this page in 2023. So I have one book, Touched. Spooky Vibes, travel size. I can't recall if I colored in here. Oh, I did. It's a whip. I never finished her, but it is colored in. Did I ever do anything else in here? I flagged some pages, but it looks like that was the only page I colored in here. So this is Spooky Vibes. Now, these are the travel size. Purchase them off Amazon, so you might be able to get full size. I know some of her books have both. So it all depends on what you like. I think Spooky Chibis, I actually have the full size somewhere because I accidentally purchased the full size, but I wanted the travel. And then I got the travel, whether it was given to me because I asked for it around one of the holidays or I purchased it myself. I can't recall. But I think I had two or have two of these. I don't know if this is untouched. I have pages flagged, but they're not colored in. So we have another untouched book. That's Spooky Chibis. Cute and Magical. I don't think this is untouched. I think I tackled some pages in here. Yes, I am. The Medusa was the first page I did, and I absolutely loved this page, and I loved how it came out. I loved how it hit the stonework came out. I kind of tried to make him like turning to stone. I don't know. I started the Wizard. I actually think I finished the Wizard because I didn't want to do a background. So the Wizard is done. This is such a cute book. And I had started this and never finished. And I started this and never finished. So this is not an untouched book, but I'm going to leave this in a different pile because I don't want to color in it. And then I think this is her most recent. This is Spooky Portraits. I think this came out in last year. And I think I'd purchased it around Halloween. If it did not come out last year and it came out the year before or whatever, or maybe earlier in the year, but I know I did purchase this for Halloween, I think, of last year. So, but it never colored in it. So we have an untouched book. All right, so those are spooky portraits. Cute and magical, spooky chibis, spooky vibes, and cute and hoppy. I'm going to leave out cute and hoppy for next month, and I'm going to leave out cute and magical for next month, and then I just have to log these untouched. All right, moving along, we have some Christine Karron. So, Christine Karron is an amazing artist. I'm sure most of us know this, but I don't color in her books as often. So I have, let's see, I have fantasy and fairy tale characters, the grayscale. I have Worlds and Times. Fairy and Fantasy 3. That might be all I have by her on this shelf. I don't know if this is all I have for her in general. So let's see what we have. Fairy and Fantasy. I'm going to say most of these are untouched. I'm not great. I don't enjoy coloring skin as much. Okay, not untouched because I was practicing some things on this one. I remember when I tackled that. And I know there is one page in one of these books. Yes, this was the one. So this one was done in 2022. I think I used only pencils for this. Oh no, I did use some marker base. So I really need to try and tackle some more of her stuff. I just don't gravitate towards portraits to color because I'm not a fan of doing skin, but I do love her themes and her portraits. So this is Fairy and Fantasy 3, and this was completed. Colored in. We have Worlds and Times. So actually, I'm thinking maybe I did try and color in some of these books. Or maybe not. I don't pick them up often, to be honest with you. This is probably the first time I've touched these books since the last time I went through my coloring book collection. All right, so this is untouched. This is an untouched book, so... But I feel like it's not. Give me a second. I just want to flip through it a little faster. Nope. Okay, it is. Untouched. All right. That's Worlds and Time. So that's untouched. And fell on the floor. Here we just have fantasy and fairy tale characters. Okay, so not untouched. I colored this page here. And it looks like I colored this page here. And this page, wow, I actually colored a lot in here. I have to tell you, see, look, there's another one. Oh, this one I did with distressed inks, and then I sprayed it with water for like a watery effect. So I have to say, this is another reason I love going through my collection once a year, because I forget. Like, I really thought most of these books were going to be 100% untouched. So I should really just try focusing. Look how cute. I did this one too. I really should just try and focus coloring in this book, really. Try and get one of her books semi-completed, right? Look how many, guys. I'm shocked. All right, so I'm going to leave this out. Maybe I'll try and tackle that next year. Next month. Sorry, I needed something to drink. Oh, okay. So that's fantasy and fairy tale characters. Moving on to, looks like Daria Kero is next. I thought I had more of Daria's books. So, I don't know. Like I said, a lot of my books on my shelves are mismatched. So, it very well could be when I continue this process, I'll find more stuff on other shelves. This is amazingly adorable. And I believe this is fairly new to my collection. So, I'm going to say it is untouched. And she is another one of those artists, again, where it's a lot of portraits and absolutely beautiful. So I don't gravitate to coloring. Yeah, so this one comes colored in the book. This is 100% untouched. It's amazing, adorable. And this is Color and Chicks Chew. Fantasy Fairy Portraits Grayscale. I don't know if I colored in this one. I can't recall. I did. Excellent. I love how this page came out. I remember when I colored this page, and I thought she came out beautiful, to be honest. And I don't know if it still picks up, but there's like glitter in her wings. So yeah. See, did I color something else in here? Yes, my goodness, I did. I colored this one. I'm actually kind of happy because the list of coloring books that remain untouched is a lot for me. And yeah, all right, great. So we only have one by Daria. This was Color in Chicks 2, which was colored in, but Amazingly Adorable was not. Okay. Looks like we have a Nice Little Town Halloween. Pretty sure I colored in this one. I see a paper in here. This is by Tatiana Bogema. No. Yes, I started this one but never finished. I think I started this in October that just passed and I didn't finish it. So I'm not a lover of the paper of these Nice Little Town books. So I am a lover of, I colored this in 2021. That's how long I've had this book. And I remember I had to use a blender pencil for this. This one was a lot of work. I don't like the paper in these books at all. Hands down, don't like it. I don't enjoy coloring for this reason, but I do have some of her books on PDF, which I got off of her website. But again, I wish I just liked coloring in here, but I can tell you, let's see. This one I think I based with marker a little bit, and I still don't like going over with pencils. But when I see people's finished pages in her books, I'm so inspired because I do love her art. I just don't like coloring in it. So I don't know. I've gravitated toward her PDFs a little bit more. Oh, this was Nice Little Town Halloween. I know usually she numbers them, but this just is Halloween. Do I have other ones here? Okay. We have a couple of more of her books. Let me just pull them out. I know I have a huge one, which is a compilation, but that's on a different shelf because it's really big. All right, so here we have Nice Little Town 13. Did I ever color in this one? No. I'm going to say no. Well, I kind of started, so it's not untouched. I mean, my rules are very loose. Technically, I don't have a full page colored in here, but it is not untouched because I did pick it up and start, and for whatever reason, I stopped. So I'm going to trust my instincts, and if it has something done, unless I'm feeling it to color in, I'm not. But I'm actually looking through this Nice Little Town 13, and actually some things are calling out to me. So I might want to try and tackle this. So I might put this into a rotation and see where that goes. Nice Little Town 6. One time I thought this might be my favorite. I don't recall now if it still would be. I flagged some pages in here as well. But like, her images are so sweet. They're so cute. The paper is just, oh, it's god awful. I touched it. So technically not untouched. Another really cute one that I would like to color in. But it sucks the life out of me when I start. So this is Nice Little Town 6. Nice Little Town in Witch Town, Halloween in Witch Town. This was my favorite Halloween one by her. I'm hoping there are some pages in here colored. I have some flags, but those pages are not colored in. Oh, we have a colored page. It's a whip, but it is touched. Probably the most touched of the other two I showed you. All right, so that's Halloween in Witch Town. Oh, look, I didn't know I forgot I had the Valentine's Day book, and I could have been coloring in this in February, this month, but I don't think I'm going to even attempt to get to this month. The month is almost over now. I'm winding down. But it's not untouched. Clearly, last year I tried. Like I say, guys, I do try. Oh, look, I colored a whole page. I'm shocked. And look, minimal, like to no marker. That's probably just a pen. That was actually just a glitter pen. So I was brave. I went in without marker. Prismas, pastels and gel pen and a hoo-hoo glitter pen. I did write down what I used. Actually kind of shocked. Another really super cute book. Valentine's Day. And then nice little Town 12 circus. So I love circus themed books. There's just so few out there, really. But again, the paper just ruins it for me. But I'm pretty sure I colored a page in here. Pretty sure. Started that page. But it was a foul. Excuse me. I didn't like how that was coming out. Now but I did color this page here. And I don't love how it came out. I like how it looks from far away, but I think I stopped. I think I just decided to not shade it the way I wanted to because I wasn't happy with it. Again, the paper. Yeah. But this one, I really wanted this one to be my favorite. And it is one of my favorites of hers because of the theme. I do enjoy the circus theme. So yeah. So that's nice little Town 12. Okay, so we have a couple of her books to put to the side. I know, or I think I have more Deborah Muller somewhere. I don't even know. I may have even gone through them already. I'm not 100% sure. This one is Gothic Beauty. Now, I had a lot of Deborah Muller books, and I unloaded a lot of them in previous unhauls and on stash or whatever you want to call it videos. And I kept just a few, so I know I have a few. This one I just never finished, but I did love the way it was coming out, but I just stopped coloring it for whatever reason. But some of her books I enjoy more than others, so I only kept the ones that I had. This one was actually colored in October 2024, so just October that just passed. So this is not an untouched book. So this is Gothic Beauty. That's the only one here I have. And I only have 2 more books left that were on the shelf. Some of my bookshelves actually have items on it, like little storage bins or just, decorations. So they're not huge shelves with a lot of books, which is good. So some of these videos will be shorter. Some of these videos will be longer. But, And it looks like I have 2 residual Coco W because I'm pretty sure one of my other videos I tackled the Coco W shelf. It would have been on the shelf with my Southern Lotus. So I'm thinking that I may have put these, I probably pulled these out for Halloween of 24 and just threw them on wherever I could. So this one is Weird Couple. So this is another brand, Coco W, that I was huge on. I've purchased almost all of their books at one time. Every time they would release a book, I would purchase it. Then they were involved in that when everything went off of Amazon. Jade Summer, Coco W, everything was frozen. And then after that, I just stopped. Really, I don't know. I stopped because I had so many. And then I did a couple of cleaning out videos, and not even, sometimes I just clean out things off camera. And I think I just got rid of and gave away, really, most of my Coco Ws. I kept a very few. There was a huge... the spooky weird, like these couples and spooky dolls, they were all a rage, I think 2 years ago. I just unhauled almost all of them, kept just the ones that I either colored in already or like, so I know these are not untouched. So we'll start with Spooky Doll. I know Spooky Doll is not untouched. I did color in here a few times. I know this one I just did for Halloween. I don't like how it came out. I didn't like my color choices. I think I didn't really even like the page. I picked the page because every October for Halloween, I give myself how many did you color of spooky things. So Ghost was one of them, and this page had 5 ghosts. So I colored the ghosts, and then pumpkins, of course. Disney Meg does her How Many Pumpkins video. And I also put pumpkins on my, how many for myself, because it's Halloween. Obviously every picture's gonna probably have a pumpkin in it, so I did it really for that reason, because I hadn't colored ghosts and this one had 5. But I did not really love the page, didn't like my color schemes. I kind of went into it half-hearted. And And I thought I colored something in here prior, so that would have been 2023. Pretty sure I colored a book. Ah, yes, this one I colored in October of 2023. And this one I like how it came out. I started doing pencil, and then I realized this was just going to take too long. And then I think when I got to her, I based her on marker. Again, not a fan of the paper at all. And because this has a lot of black in it on the pages, I will never photocopy it because I don't want to waste my ink or print it or anything. So I'll just color them. So that's Spooky Doll. So that's not untouched. And then I have Weird Couple, and I think I unloaded all of these and I kept one or two, and this was the one that made the cut. Again, it's got a lot of black in it. Now this paper is smooth. This paper is regular, like weird paper. So I don't know. This one is much better for markers, I would think. And I could have sworn I colored a page in here. Yes, I did this page here. This was done, I'm going to say 2-3 years ago. Whenever this book first came out is when I colored this page. So not untouched. So I didn't think it was untouched. All right, so let's go through real quick. All right, none of these are untouched. These two I'm pulling out for next month, but they're not untouched. I'm gonna go through these and see if maybe I want to try and do one of the Tatianas next month. Add it to my rotation. We'll see. But it wouldn't be the Halloween ones, so those are going back. But these are all colored in. This Daria was colored in. Amazingly Adorable was not. So that's got to go to the side. Colored in. And Fantasy 3 was colored in. Everything. Was this the one that I had a lot colored in? No. Which one was that? Was it this one I had a lot colored in? Yes, this one I had the most in. So I'm actually going to pull this one out for next month. I usually do a plan video, so I'm saying that now. When I actually do and post my March 2025 plan video, you may not see any of these books in there. Right now it seems like a great idea, but we'll see. These are spooky coloring books, Spooky Vibes, colored in. Spooky Chibi is not colored in. And Spooky Portraits, not colored in. So I got to put those to the side so that I could log them. Oh God, I just almost spilt everything. Okay, this is the Amandine Jung again. Check out her Etsy shop. Untouched. Mystic Art Mirrors, untouched. So far we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 untouched. Brier, not untouched. And then these two guys were untouched, but I'm not counting them because I will never color in them. So, but I'm going to keep them, but never going to color them. So I'm not even tallying those. So that's it. So the untouched books, Amazingly Adorable by Daria Kero, Spooky Portraits by Alexandra Franzese, along with Spooky Chibi by Alexandra Franzese, Mystic Art Mirrors, Once Upon a Time, and Amandine Jung. I think it's Red Riding Hood, something to do with Red Riding Hood. Now, I'm actually kind of happy the shelf probably had the least untouched books. But again, I also have decorations on this shelf, so it doesn't really make me feel that much better. But we'll see. All right, so I want to thank you guys again for watching. This was a shorter video. I have 5 more shelves of books, so there will be 5 more videos, or 4 depending if I decide, if I feel adventurous and decide to do 2, because as I take them off I reorganize and fix up the shelf. So it's not just about the books, it's about me doing the smallest amount of work possible so that I organize as well. So 5 more videos, 4 possibly instead. But again, I want to thank you guys. Again, all these books were either purchased on Amazon or on Etsy for this shelf. If you have any question about any of these books, just pop it in the comments and I'll tell you exactly the name of the Etsy shop or whatever. By the time I post this video, I'm not sure if I'm really going to remember to put it in the description. But feel free to ask and I'll be more than happy to give you guys the info. So thanks again for your support. Thanks for watching and I'll see you guys soon.